devotional session. As we did previously, devotees, we will glorify Gajanan through stotra, and then we will praise him, and then we will go through a journey of devotions, step by step, worshiping different aspects of divinity. I would like this evening to be more of a fully devotional session, where we dive, as it were, into this spiritual pond of kirtan, bhajan, devotion to that divine Lord. It's a journey. So firstly, let's concentrate on Matang Mukh Mahaganapati, Vigna Vinayak Siddhi Dayak. Visualize our divine. And remember your mantra, Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Let's seek the blessings of that divine master. Om Tat Sat, Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Saraswatyaya Namaha, Ad Ganesh Ashtakam. Om Ganapati Parivaram Charuke Yuraharam, Giridhar Varasaram Yogini Chakravaram, Bhavabhaya Pariharam Dukha Daridya Duram, Ganapati Mabhivande Vakratundavataram, Akhila Mala Vinasham Panina Hastapasham, Kanakagiri Nikasham Surya Koti Prakasham, Bhaja Bhavagiri Nasham Malti Tirvasam, Ganapati Mabhivande Manase Rajahansam, Vividha Mani Mayukhay Shubhamanang Vidurhay, Kanaka Rachita Chitram Kanta Deshe Vichitram, Dadhati Vimalharam Sarvada Yatnasaram, Ganapati Mabhivande Vakratundavataram, Durita Gajamamandam Varani Chaiva Vedam, Viritam Akhilanadam Nipyamananda Kandam, Dadhati Shashishu Vaktam Chankusham Yuvishesham, Ganapati Mabhivande Sarvada Nandakandam, Trinayena Yutabhale Shubhamane Vishale, Mukutamani Sudhale Mautikanang Chajale, Dhavala Kusuma Male Yasa Sheshna Satale, Ganapati Mabhivande Sarvada Chakrapanim, Bapushi Mahati Rupam Pitham Adau Sudipam, Tarupari Rasakunang Yasa Churdhang Trikunam, Gajamita Dala Padmam Sansitam Charu Chadyam, Ganapati Mabhivande Kalpa Brikshasya Vinde, Varada Vishada Shastam Dakshinam Yasa Hastam, Sadayam Abhayadantang Chintaye Chitta Sangstham, Shavala Kutila Shundam Chaikutam Dvitundam, Gajapati Mabhivande Sarvada Vakratundam, Kalpadru Madhas Chite Kamadhenung Chintamani, Dakshina Panishundam, Vibhranam Atyat Bhuta Chitta Surupam, Yaha Pujetvasya Samasta Siddhi, Vyasashtakam Idam Punyam, Ganeshasthavanandrinam, Patatang Dukhanashaya, Vidyang Samsya Ashnute, Itisi Padma Purani Uttarkhande, Vyas Virachitam, Ganesh Ashtakam Sampurnam, Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Devotees, we will join, blend voices together as we glorify Matang Mukh Mahaganapati, this aspect of divinity which we have been worshipping from since Tuesday last. So, put the voices together, visualize. Simple kirtanam we will do. We'll take it there, from there. Simple kirtanam. Oh, Jai 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 Ganapati Deva, Jai 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 Ganapati Deva, oh Jai 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 Ganapati Deva, Gajanana He Gajanana, Gajanana He Gajanana, Gajanana Gajanana He Ganapati Deva, He Gajanana He Ganapati Deva, Jai 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 Ganapati Deva, माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा, गजानन गजानन हे गजानन हे गणपति देवा, हे गजानन हे गणपति देवा, जय 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 गणपति देवा, हे गणपति देवा, ओ गणपति देवा, जय जय गणपति देवा। We have praised Gajanan through our simple bhajan devotees. We will praise him through the composition of Brahmanand. And these bhajans I have been mentioning to you, if they are not philosophical, giving us advice, they are highly devotional. Bhajan is like we are speaking to that Lord. So I want you have been fasting, praying, making sacrifices. So at this point, continue to concentrate on Gajanan. Any challenges, any difficulties, any obstacles, pray. Pour the heart out. Jai Ganesh, Gananath Dayanidhi, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारी, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारी, जय गणेश। प्रथम धरे जो ध्यान तुम्हारो, तिसके पूर्ण कारज सारे। प्रथम धरे जो ध्यान तुम्हारो, तिसके पूर्ण कारज सारे। लंबोदर लंबोदर गजपदन मनोहर, लंबोदर गजपदन मनोहर, करत्रिशूल परशु भरधारी, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारी, जय गणेश। रिद्धि सिद्धि दो चमर दुलावे, मूषक वाहन परम सुखारे। रिद्धि सिद्धि दो चमर दुलावे, मूषक वाहन परम सुखारे। ब्रह्मादिक सुरध्यावत मन में, ब्रह्मादिक सुरध्यावत मन में, ऋषि मुनि गण सब दास तुम्हारी, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारी, जय गणेश। ब्रह्मानंद सहाय करो नित, ब्रह्मानंद सहाय करो नित, भक्त जनों के तुम रखवारे। ब्रह्म ब्रह्मानंद सहाय करो निज भक्त जनों के तुम रखवारी। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारी। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। जय गणेश। जय गणेश. Victory to you, O Gajanan. Gananath, the Lord of gun, the elements. Dayanidhi, the ocean of, the fountain of compassion. Jai Ganesh Giri, Jai Ganesha. He is that ocean of compassion devotees. He is to be worshipped first, as we keep saying. Whoever concentrates, meditates upon him. Sakala Vighan Karadur Hamari. O Ganesh, I am praying to you, Swamiji. I am dependent upon you. Whatever obstacles that come before me, whatever obstacles that exist in my life at this point in time, please remove them. So it's a case of surrendering to that divine Gajanan. They said, whoever firstly, whatever they are about to do, turns to you, Pratham Dhare, jo dhyan tumharo, who meditates upon you, who seeks your mercy, your grace, Purana Kam, Puran Karaj, all desires, all whatever objectives they have in life will come to fulfillment. So this is why, O Lord, I meditate upon you. How do I see you? Lambodar, we explained last night, Lambodar. Lambodara, Gajabadan, Manohar, that huge body of yours, elephant face as we say, Manohar, very, very magnetic, very, very attractive. Kara Trishul, you carry with you the Trishul. Parashu, you carry the axe. Vara, Dhari, and one hand symbolizing the showering of blessings upon your devotees. This is how I visualize you to be, O Gajanan. Kara Trishul, Parashu, Varadhari. You are a giver of boons. Varadhari. O Gajanan, Riddhi and Siddhi, wishes, all success, etc. They are classified as two Devis and they are fanning you, mean they are subservient to you. Anybody who worships you, they are blessed with Riddhi Siddhi, all successes and all circumstances in life. And that vehicle of yours, Mushak, that rat as it is, devotees, the rat can get into the inner beings, so to speak. You could hide things wherever. The rat of the cell can get into it easily. This is the symbolic meaning of this, but one of the interpretations. That vehicle of yours can take you anywhere. You can get into the innermost recesses of the mind. Nothing is hidden from you, Lord. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Recognizing this great infinite power of yours, Brahmadik, Brahma Adik, all the other devatas, so to speak. Surya, all the other gods, the devatas we say. Dhyavata Manami, they meditate upon you all the time. Because you are Brahm, as we explained the very first night. Ganesha Tharvasirish, you are Brahm. Day and night, the Rishi, the Muni, all forms of creation, they are subservient to you. He is the Lord of all beings, devotees, Gajanan. Brahmanand is saying, O Lord, your help is extended to all. At all times, Brahmanand Sahai Karo Nitya, help me at all times, O Lord. This is how compassionate you are. What do? Bhakta Jano ke tum rakhavari. Your devotees, the devotees of that Supreme, O Lord, your devotees, as we say, what you do to them. Bhakta Jano, Tum Rakhavari. You protect them. You protect them at all times. Even if they don't appeal to you, you look after them, you look over them. This is your compassion. So devotees, this simple composition of Brahmanand is a prayer in itself. You see, this is what we keep saying when you do bhajan. It's not just singing a tune and, getting a Vedamanting and feeling nice about it. It is an expression of inner feelings. Inner feelings. So devotees, having said that, there are certain bhajans which I don't like to translate because they are personal prayer. And if I pray personally, I want to say that I'm also interceding on behalf of everybody. We appeal to Gajanan. Very, very special bhajan. You may not be able to follow me. But what does it say, devotees? Kripa Sindhu. You are the ocean of compassion, grace. Mujhe apana. Consider me to be yours. Bana lungi to kya hoga? Is there anything great about that, O Gajanan? What is, as if say, but this is no big thing. You are the Lord, the ocean of compassion, the master of all. And if I am seeking you, you protect me. This is to be expected. For this is your nature. It is not going out against your nature by protecting me, by taking care of me. It is in your nature, your compassion to do that. And devotees, the bhajan says, Oh Lord, there's so many distractions in this world. Daivik tap, bhautik tap, all these negativities. I am burning in the fires of birth and death. Sin is strangling me. How can I be free from it, O Lord? Except through your grace. Now devotees, this bhajan which I am going to do now is seeking redemption. The one we just did, we are asking the Lord to help us bring fulfillment and so on. This one, seeking redemption. For whatever bondage we might find ourselves in, that we create for ourselves. I am in Agyan, Prabhu, but you are the essence of Gyan. I surrender to you. कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लोगे तो क्या होगा जरा सतनाम कानों में सुना दोगे तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लोगे तो क्या होगा जरा सतनाम कानों में सुन दूंगे तो क्या होगा दया करने को जीवों पर जो तुम दुनिया में आए हो जो तुम दुनिया में आए हो मेरे भी तरफ एक दृष्टि मेरे भी तरफ एक दृष्टि झुका दूंगी तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बन लूंगी तो क्या होगा सकल जग में पतित पावन तुम्हारा नाम जाहिर है तुम्हारा नाम जाहिर है अगर मुझ एक पापी को अगर मुझ एक पापी को भी करूँगी तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बन लूँगी तो क्या होगा परम सिद्धांत वेदों का रखा के आत्मा मुझको परम सिद्धांत वेदों का रखा के आत्मा मुझको लखा के आत्मा मुझको मेरे दिल से अविद्या को मेरे दिल से अविद्या को हटा दूंगे तो क्या होगा कृपा से। अखंडित ज्ञान की धारा बरस के परम सुखदायी। अखंडित ज्ञान की धारा बरस के परम सुखदायी, बरस के परम सुखदायी। प्रबल त्रैताप की अग्नि, प्रबल त्रैताप की अग्नि बुझा दूंगे तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लोगे तो क्या होगा। कई मुद्दत से गोते खा रहा हूँगा बेचारा मैं। कई मुद्दत से गोते खा रहा हूँगा बेचारा मैं, रहा हूँगा बेचारा मैं। सहारा सहारा दे के चरणों का, सहारा सहारा दे के चरणों का बचा दूंगी तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लूंगी तो क्या होगा। परी है आए अब मेरी प्रभु भवधार में नैया। परी है आए अब मेरी, परी है आए अब मेरी प्रभु भवधार में नैया, प्रभु भवधार में नैया। हे भैया बन किनारे पर, हे भैया बन किनारे पर लगा दूंगे तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लोगे तो क्या होगा, 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 बना लोगे तो क्या होगा। जरा सतनाम कानों में, जरा सतनाम कानों में सुन दूंगे तो क्या होगा कृपा सिंधु मुझे अपना बना लूंगे तो क्या होगा। जरा सतनाम कानों में, जरा सतनाम कानों में, जरा सतनाम कानों में सुन दूंगी तो क्या होगा। Devotees, sometimes these wonderful compositions, we do like to translate them. When you take it in the original language and you pour that heart out to that divine, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling. So devotees, I have in a simple way expressed our own imperfections, all of us, towards that divine. And we have been worshipping you in this period of time, what we ask for. Free us from all the bondage that we find ourselves in, bondage that we have been self-created. In my ignorance, O Lord, remove that agyan and let gyan prevail. Let gyan, wisdom, prevail. So devotees, we pray to Gajanan in that way, and as you continue your journey, turn towards that divine, have faith, belief, confidence in what you do, in what you say. The journey continues, devotees. Every day we have been chanting in our Havan Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra is very, very powerful. You have the Mool Gayatri, and Gayatri is a meter also. So like Ekadantaya Vidmahi Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanu Danti Prachodayat. That is Gayatri mantra. Gayatri is a meter, but Gayatri is a Devi. Symbolically speaking, Gayatri is the orb of the sun, without which none of us could survive. This is why it's highly recommended that everybody should also learn the Gayatri mantra and chant on a daily basis, which is what I would like you to do now. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yunah Prachodayat. There's a murti of Gayatri Devi right there, the one with the 5 heads. Visualize that if you want. It is the form of Gayatri Ma. Chant Gayatri mantra. आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता चारों वेदों की जननी तू चारों वेदों की जननी तू महामंत्र की दाता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता चारों वेदों की जननी तू चारों वेदों की जननी तू महामंत्र की दाता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता तेरी महिमा है निराली तू सबकी करे रखवाली तेरी महिमा है निराली तू सबकी करे रखवाली भूले भटके लोग भूतों तू सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाली ज्ञान की देवी तू है माता ज्ञान की देवी तू है माता सबकी भाग्य विधाता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता आनंद है तेरी अनुपम माया जिसका कोई पार न पाया है तेरी अनुपम माया है तेरी अनुपम माया जिसका कोई पार न पाया है कोटि कोटि सूर्यों का तुझ में अद्भुत तेजस माया तेरे तेज की एक किरण से तेरे तेज की एक किरण से मन उज्ज्वल हो जाता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता चारों वेदों की जननी तू चारों वेदों की जननी तू महामंत्र की दाता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता आनंद मंगल करुवरती जय गायत्री माता. Devotees are like you, hold your attention on Devi. Some may not be able to identify too much with Gayatri Devi, but whether it's Durga Ma, whether Lakshmi Ma, whether it's Kali Ma, whether it is your mother, the thing is you have to identify with some form, some power. Mother, the mother aspect. So what I would like you to do at this point in time, continue the meditation, but on whichever mother pleases you best. And we are going to do the Bhavani Ashtakam. Many of you are familiar with it in Gyani book. There is one simple line that you have to keep reciting. And what it is? Gatistvam gatistvam tvameka bhavani. Gatistvam tvameka bhavani. You are the sole refuge, O mother. And devotees, you know, we may want to, we speak of Ganesh Baba all the time, he is everything. How come Mata? Now, it depends on where we are taking, what level. On the earthly plane, Gajanan came from the mother. All of us have come from mother. So mother is the source. That is Shakti Devi. And they said not a blade of grass could move without Shakti. Not a blade of grass. This is why Devi must be worshipped. So devotees, the simple line, Gatistvam Gatistvam Tvameka Bhavani. Gatistvam Gati Gatistvam Gatistvam Tvam Eka Bhavani. Tvam, you, Eka, one and only. Sole refuge, Gati. Gatistvam Gatistvam Tvameka Bhavani. So devotees, you will recite that and say it as if you mean it. Mean what you say, as I keep saying, and say what you mean. No half-heartedness. Appeal to the mother. Om na tatu na mata, na bandhur na data, na putru na putri, na bhrityu na bharta, na jaya na vidya na vrittir mameva. Bhavabdhava pari, mahadukha bhiruhu, papata prakami pralobhi pramatah, kusansara pasha pravadha sadaham. न जानामि दानं न च ध्यान योगम न जानामि तंत्रम न च स्तुत मंत्रम न जानामि पूजा न च न्यास योगम न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं व्रतं वापि मातर कुकर्मी कुसंगी कुबुद्धि कुदासः कुलाचारहीनः कदाचारलीनः कुदृष्टिः कुवाक्य प्रबंधः सदाहम् प्रजेशम रमेशम महेशम सुरेशम दिनेशम निशीथेश्वरम वा कदाचित् न जानामि चान्यत् सदाहं शरण्ये विवादे विशारे प्रमादे प्रवासे जले चानले पर्वते शत्रु मध्ये अरण्ये शरण्ये सदा मां प्रपाहि अनाथो दरिद्रो जरा रोग युक्तो महाक्षीण दीनः सदा जाड्य वक्त्रः विपट्टौ प्रविष्टः प्रनष्टः सदाहम् Join together. Om Sarva Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Chama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute. Jayatpam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutapaharani Jai Sarva Gate Devi Kal Ratri Namostute. Om Namaschandikaya. जग की रखवाली करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया रखवाली करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया
तेरे दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया। तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया, सबके घर घर में है दीवानी जगदम्बे मैया। दुखियों के घर में सुख बरसा दे, अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे। अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे, सबके मीता दे रातें खाली जगदम्बे मैया। चरणों में बैठे आशा लगाए, विनती हमारी खाली न जाए। विनती हमारी खाली न जाए, ले लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया। बोले सियार शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Devotees, we have been doing japa every day with havan, using bay leaves. Mrityunjay Bhagwan.
Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar Bhakta Vatsal. Trayambakam Yajamahe. We have been doing that mantra. Bhagwan is referred to as Mrityunjay. Mrityu means death, Jai means victory. And when our circumstances are not so good, very, very bad, things appear to be very, very bleak, illnesses, disasters, we turn to Bhagwan Shankar. He is said to be the dissolver, reabsorber, the destroyer. He doesn't destroy good things, he destroys negativities. The Mrityunjay Mantra devotees is highly recommended, and everybody should make that part of your daily prayer. These mantras have specific effect. So at this point in time, now I would like to concentrate on Bhagwan Shankar, Mrityunjay Bhagwan. And we do Mrityunjay Stotram. So again, members of Gyan Deepak who are in accustomed coming, you know the line. Those of you who are new, you listen carefully and you can repeat. That simple line, it says, Namami Shirasa Devam. I bow my head to that Dev, King No Mrityu Karishyati, who removes death, negativities. Namami Shirasa Devam, King No Mrityu Karishyati. That is a line that you will say twice. So I want to visualize Mrityunjay Bhagwan. Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar Bhakta Vatsal. Pray devotees. Om At Mahamrityunjay Stotram. Om Asasi Mahamrityunjay Stotra Mantasya. Se Markandeya Rishi Anushtup Chandha. Se Mrityunjayo Devta Gauri Shakti. Mama Sarva Rishta Samasta Mrityu Shantartham. Sakal Aishwarya Praptirtham Cha Jape Viniyogha. Ata Dhyanam. Chandra Arka Agni Vilochanam Smita Mukham. Padma Dvayantah Schitam. Mudra Pasha Megraksham. Sutra Bilasatpani Himanshu Prabham. Kotindu Pragalap Sudhap Lutatanum Haradi Bhushojvalam. Kandang Vishwa Vimuhanang Pashupating Mrityunjayam Bhavayet. Om Rudram Pashupating Sthanum Neelakantham Umapating Namami Shirisa Devam. Neelakantham Kala Murting Kalagyang Kala Nashanam. Neelakantham Virupaksham Nirmalam Nilaya Prabham. Vamadevam Mahadevam Lokanatham Jagadgurum. Devadevam Jagannatham Devesham Vrichabdvajam. Gangadharam Mahadevam Sarvabharana Bhushitam. Anatha Paramanandam Kaivalya Padagaminam. Swargapavarga Dataram Srishti Sthiti Vinashakam. Utpati Sthiti Sanghar Kartam Ishwaram Gurum. Continue to recite the Mrityunjay mantra in your minds. Markandeya Kritam Stotram Yah Pathe Shiva Sannidhav Tasya Mrityu Bhayang Nasti Nagni Chaurab Bhayang Kvachit Shatavatang Prakartabhyam Sankati Kashtanashanam Shuchir Bhutva Pathet Stotram Sarva Siddhi Pradayakam. Om Ntavat Tastvad Gata Pranas Tvachittuham Sadamrida इति विज्ञाप्य देवेशं त्रयंबख्यान मनु जपेत. Repeat after me. Mrityunjay Mahadev Trahi Mam Sharanagatam Janma Mrityu Jararogai Piritang Karma Bandhanai. Om Namah Shivaya Sambhaya Haraye Paramatmana Pranata Klesha Nashaya Yoginang Pataye Namaha. I would like you to just cross your hands across your bosom. You're focusing on all the different limbs in your body. Entire being seeking the protection of Bhagavan Shankar. Om Hrim Shrim Hraim Hraum Haha Hana Hana Daha Daha Pacha Pach Grihan Grihan. Marya Marya Mardaya Mardaya Maha Maha Bhairav Bhairav Rupena Dhunaya Dhunaya Kampaya Kampaya Vignaya Vignaya Vishweshwar Chobhaya Chobhaya Katu Katu Mohaya Humphat Swaha Iti Mantra Matena Samabhishtu Bhavati Iti Si Markandai Purani Markandai Kritam Mahamrityunjay Stutam Sampurnam. Om Har Har Mahadev. Boliye Shiv Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. We glorify Bhagavan Shankar devotees. Shambhu Shankar Deva Shambhu Shankar Deva Bhole Baba Mahadeva Bhole Baba Sadashiva. Shambhu Shankar Deva Shambhu Shankar Deva Bhole Baba Mahadeva Bhole Baba Sadashiva. Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Om Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Om Pahi Prabhu Sharanam Deva Bhole Baba Mahadeva Bhole Baba Sadashiva. Shambhu Shankar Deva Shambhu Shankar Deva Bhole Baba Mahadeva Bhole Baba Sadashiva. Om Hara Hara Gange Mahadeva Om Hara Hara Gange Mahadeva Hara Hara Gange Mahadeva
Om Hara Hara Gange Mahadeva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Deva Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Deva Mahadeva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Pahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Om Sharanam Sharanam Mahadeva. Sharanam Sharanam. Bhole Baba Mahadeva. Bhole Baba Sadashiva. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Now devotees, Bhagwan Shankar, Shiva, it is said that there are 11 Rudras. 11 Rudras. And we have been mentioning from ever since a long time now, Yatha Pindi Tatha Brahmandi. As in the microcosm, so the macrocosm. What is outside is inside. Man is a holographic projection of divinity, of the universe. Man is microcosm. The universe, macrocosm. I mentioned before, Ganesh Baba, the elephant head symbolizes macrocosm, the human body microcosm, one unit. Aham Brahmasmi, the Mahavakyas of the Vedas. So, what are these forms of Shiva in all of us? The 11 Rudras. The 11 Rudras devotees are what we call 11 life principles that exist in every single person. Life principles, Rudras. And what are they? We have been talking about them, but we didn't tell you that they are called the Rudras. So what are they? The 5 senses of perception, the 5 organs of action, and the mind. These are the 11 Rudras. When last night I mentioned Shankar Swan Keshari Nandan, the son of Shiva, Hanuman Baba. What does that mean biologically? No. Hanuman is the 11th Rudra. He is Shiva in this form. Alright? So you have these 11 principles that exist in all beings. The 5 senses of perception, sense of hearing, sense of sight, olfactory sense, sense of taste, and sense of touch. through which we perceive this world. And we have the 5 organs of action. The hands, the feet, the tongue, organs of excretion and reproduction. All that exists in everybody here. All right? Now, if these are the 11 life principles and they are symbolized by Shiva, that is divinity itself. Now I ask the question then, if we have these Rudras in us, how come then we are distracted so very easily? We see negative things, we hear negative things, we behave in negative ways, we create problems for ourselves, we spin a web around ourselves like a spider being caught up in it. And when these principles are supposed to be divine, Shiva, how come? Well, you see, devotees, this is what we have been saying all along, that, extrovert, man, pravriti marg, we always go on the outside looking for something, not realizing everything is in us. And there's a limit to which you can go on the outside. And also to impact upon the mind that the scriptures have told us all that can be perceived by the mind and senses is maya, is delusive. It doesn't last. It causes pain. Yeah? So what we need to do, devotees, this is why all these functions have been given to us, the practices. We have to bring the senses under control. I mentioned quite a bit about last night, Niruddhaman, like the tortoise pulling in all its limbs. This is where we have to pull in our senses. From the external, Krishna Katha tells us, if you let the cows go to graze, the cows start grazing in Arangwes. You go reach Charlieville, before long you reach Pinal. And in Arangwes you still have green grass. If you mind cow, you will know that. What that means, the senses like that. You let them go, they're gone. They stray, as happens to many, even when they sit in devotion. Mind gone, senses gone. And this is one of the reasons why we don't really achieve, devotees. We are here, but we're not here. Believe me, you should know that. From teaching experience, I know, you have a fellow sitting down and watching you, staring you in your face, like, oh, man, even blinking. Hear a word you're saying. Kite ayo, mind gone. Somewhere else. That happens even in devotions. We lose out, right? Now, devotees, what the sages tell us, that there are so many beautiful experiences to gain if we can only control the senses. Control the senses. Devotees, I love the compositions of Brahmanand. I love all of them. Surdas, Tulsidas. Brahmanand devotees, he has given to us a bit of something we need to pay some attention to. We have done it many times, but as we get older, you understand it differently, I hope. The younger ones now hearing it, if you're hearing it at all, you will understand to a certain point. I hope you understand it deeper and deeper. Devotees, Brahmanand. You see all these little things we are saying here? The sages are aware of all these things and they compose beautiful bhajans to guide us along. So the advice, it comes to the sages, like Brahmanand. And he's advising all of it, but he's putting the advice through the Holy One, Sadhu. Holy man. So he says, Sadhu, dekha acharaj bhari. You want to see amazing things? Let me explain to you some very, very amazing things. Oh Sadhu, listen. And devotees are going to listen carefully, and you will understand what we are saying with respect to the mind, the senses. Sadhu dekhaya charaj bhari, Sadhu dekhaya charaj bhari. Amazing things in creation, O Sadhu. I shall explain to you what is so amazing. Listen. Listen carefully. Sadhu dekhaya charaj bhari, Sadhu dekhaya charaj bhari, Sadhu dekhaya charaj bhari. गगन बीच अमृत का कुआं, गगन बीच अमृत का कुआं, झरे सदा सुखदाई, झरे सदा सुखदाई। पंगु पुरुष चढ़े बिन सिर, पंगु पुरुष चढ़े बिन सिर, पीवे भर भर झरी, पीवे भर भर झरी। साधु देखय चरज भरी। Sadhu, there's a wonderful pond in space that is filled with amrit, nectar, that which gives eternal life. No stairways leading up to that pond. If you think that is strange, stranger still, the crippled man, he reaches to that pond, he drinks his fill, so to speak, to gain eternal life. But men with legs, they didn't reach, they cannot reach. They are crippled. Amazing? Listen again, Sadhu. बिना बजाए निस दिन बाजी, बिना बजाए निस दिन बाजी। घंटा शंखन गारे, घंटा शंखन गारे। बहरा सुन सुन मस्त होता, बहरा सुन सुन मस्त होता। तन की खबर बिसारी, तन की खबर बिसारी। साधु देखय चरज भरी। Sadhu, divine sound vibrations, divine instruments were played. Ghanta, Shankh, Nagari. No players were seen. But stranger still, the deaf man heard those sounds, tan ki khabar bisari, losing all sense of body, time, place, circumstances. But those with ears were deaf, they didn't hear. Strange? Listen, Sadhu. बिना भूमि के महल बना है, बिना भूमि के महल बना है। तमें जोत उजारी, तमें जोत उजारी। अंधा देख देख सुख पावे, अंधा देख देख सुख पावे। बात बतावे सारी, बात बतावे सारी। साधु देखय चरज भरी। O Sadhu, a palace, wonderful palace was seen in space. No foundation. बिना भूमि के महल बनाए. And this palace was brilliantly illuminated, but no source of illumination. And I guess you can guess. The blind man saw that, telling everybody, look, there is a beautiful palace in space. But who would believe a blind man was seeing? Especially those who have eyes but were blind. They never believe. Sadhu. Strange. जीता मर कर के फिर जीवे, जीता मर कर के फिर जीवे, बिना भोजन बलधारी, बिना भोजन बलधारी, ब्रह्मानंद संत जन बिरला, ब्रह्मानंद संत जन बिरला, समझे बात हमारी, समझे बात हमारी, साधु देखय चरज धरी, साधु देखय चरज धरी. Sadhu, strange. That which has no lasting existence, dies. That is cherished. It is valued. That which doesn't die, which is immortal, nobody pays any attention to it. Brahman sings Sadhu, samjhe baat hamari. Try to understand, and I'm saying, do you understand? What does this mean? Now this is the depth of Sanatana Dharma. This has to do everything about us. Devotees, to put it in simple terms, it is telling us about controlling the senses. That palace, that pond in space, which part that pond is? It is in your head, in our head, not in space out there. Microcosm. There's a pond in space in here. Any stairways leading up to your head? Anybody have any stairways leading to your head? When you want to go to your head, you climb with your feet. Understand what they're saying? The crippled man reaches to that pond, drinks his fill to attain eternal bliss. Men with legs were crippled. What it means. When you stabilize yourself as we are doing, not knocking about all about, settle yourself, focus, meditate, you're going to the inner journey. Then you go up to that pond, which is within the head. What is that? The yogis know devotees in meditation. When they reach to that point, like certain, substances flow into the bloodstream. It creates an ecstasy. Divine is not alcohol. A divine intoxication. That is the pond inside your head, devotees. That consciousness, that bliss that we want to tap into. But you cannot get it knocking about all about. And let me make a point clear. I don't mean walking all about only, You see this bhatakata, roaming? I can sit down here and close my eye, and when I hit Australian, come back. I go African, come back. I go all about and come back. I'm everywhere except right here. Bhatakata, roaming. And devotees, nobody could convince me that this doesn't happen. And I'm saying especially when we sit to pray. And it is becoming more and more challenging in recent times with all the distractions around. Check and see. If you could sit where I am sitting, well, it ain't easy to reach here. But then you could see what I'm talking about. But a teacher in front of a classroom will see every child. And we could see what the interest, you could see everything. Devotee, we're not judging anybody. But I am telling you, and you know it for a fact, that not everybody, at all times, as a matter of fact, nobody at all times are perfectly concentrating and focusing upon what is going on. The mind must jump and come back. Bound to jump and come back. You have to fight to hold it. Yeah? Now, how you expect to find that pond in space? So, two things, knocking about all about. I mean, those with legs. So you can walk all about. But I mean also that those who roaming in the head. Because plenty of roaming could be done in the head. Yeah? The other bhajan said, Pinjare ke panchi re. Bahar se tu khamosh rahi tu bhitar roi re. The bird in the cage outside, quiet. Some people behave like quiet, but inside they're crying out, they're screaming. And you know, who knows it? You know it and God knows it too. It can't be like that. That stability is what is required. You know, Baita asan jama karke. Now the bhajan says, Brahmananda, not bhajan again. Baita asan jama karke. Yeah. Chora manke. All vishay. Let go of all things. When you sit to pray, do room. Don't let all kind of things cross your mind. Studying about each own home. Studying about husband where he day. But what happened? What? So we pray. That is rooming. Devotees, and I'm saying all this because I know people make sacrifices. You know, but I keep putting like this. The whole elephant passed through the needle hole by tail stick. You can take it from this perspective. You make all these sacrifices, you collect all the ingredients, you do everything. And when you come here, everything passes through the needle hole by the tail stick. The part you really focus upon, senses gone. Now, it happens to all of us. I'm not saying all you, I'm saying all of us. We have to work on it. Brahmananda is saying, if you can only stabilize, in more ways than one, stabilizing the mind, the state of thoughtlessness. Now that doesn't mean to say, people say, you don't think, you know. Thoughtlessness means there's an absence of any kind of thought in the mind. Shambhavopai, Kondashaivism. These are technical terms we can use. Then devotees, you can step into that substance in the brain, in your head. Try to go there. Try to go there. Amrit is within. Bina bhumi ke mahal banaye. Without any foundation, there's this palace in space. And devotees, many who have gone to a different level, they have seen, if you hear them talk about it, they have seen brilliantly illuminated palaces. In other theology, they say the kingdom of the Father. How would they put it? But these people, any one of us who could really stabilize ourselves, you become blind to the physical things around you. You have to shut out the physical sight, and then you're going to see the divine sight. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, millions of persons fighting, Bhagwan appeared in Virat Swarup. How many people saw him? How many? Arjun saw, Sanjay saw, because he was relating to Raja Dashrath. Who else again saw it? A millions person they fighting, killing each other. You have to have Dibya Drishti. You have to turn away. When Bhagwan was, he gave Arjun that sight, he said, you cannot see me with the physical eyes of yours. I'm going to give you special sight. Divine sight, Dibya Drishti. And that is where we come from. Now devotees, you could see material things, but you don't see it. If you understand what I mean. If you can't understand what I mean, you haven't reached there yet. Many things all around you that attract the eyes. When you reach a certain point, these things mean nothing to you. Something else is attracting the mind. That is what we are talking about. And you reach to a certain point, devotees, little by little, inner illumination. That's what happens. Inner illumination. But you have to control this. You can't let the sense of sight stray. Devotees, Bina bajai nisidin baje, music, sound. There's music in the atmosphere, devotees. You know, I can remember many years ago in my days at university, we had to do the Pearl by some Steinbach, I think he fell in whatever his name is. You know, and when you read in that book, you know, Juan and Tito, I can't remember the name, like how many donkey years now. And the music of death, and the music of love, and there's a vibration in the atmosphere. Countless vibrations in the atmosphere that you can get feelings from. You know what is going to happen based upon the vibrations you get. Sometimes people are feeling something going to happen. What do you think that is? It's not physical hearing. You're picking up the vibrations. There's this music in the atmosphere, divine sounds. But if you're only caught up with the gross sounds, tasa and bongo drum and all, only gross things and devotees, you will never hear the divine sounds. You have to turn away. Bhadram karne bhisinu yamadeva. Bhadram pashimaksha bhijratraha. The mantra tells us that. That's what it means. To help us to turn away from the grossness around us. To go to the subtleties. When I go beyond the gross, I don't hear. I don't hear. That's why you see some of us are getting older. We're getting deaf, you know. Deaf to what anybody telling me. Take any on. Yeah. Devotees. Let me don't say anything more, it might cause a problem. But sometimes, when you get in this kind of thing, you don't want to hear anything. When you get into this kind of feeling, you don't want to hear anything. Gross, anything material. And it is amazing sometimes that people go through this journey. You dive into the pond, just how you finish. All you're going back. Same thing, this one, that one, that one, that one. It is sickening to my mind. Where you're going? You're not going forward, you're regressing. But the thing is, you are depriving yourself because you have not yet brought the senses under control. You have not yet. Sense of hearing. And devotees, what is taken care of nicely, nourished, groomed and everything else, but dies? The body. Everybody wants to look nice. Fasting for the 11 days, I could lose some weight, I could look good. People fast for that reason, losing weight. Yeah, I could look good. The physical, right? Now, I've said this many a times, if you're coming to the temple, everybody in front of the mirror, Well, people normally do this, long time I myself used to polish up your hair and thing. I decided to leave it just because I'm looking for something otherwise now. Many still want to see black hair. I like the white hair, boy. Yeah? Forgetting about all that. But you look into the mirror, you want to look good. Nice, physical. You're taking care, making sure all the black thing fixed. Sorry. You know what I mean, right? All know what I mean. Right? That is the focus. That's the focus. Even if you're in fast, you want to look good. That's what Brahmananda is saying. But this wanted to come. What is it? The body undergoes 6 modifications. In essence, who are we? The soul. We are Atma. We are divinity, all of us. And that divinity, what it is? Namadi bheda rahitam. Karabhava shunyam. Now the story says, no name, no form, no differentiate. Atma. It have no baggage, no handles. The body, right? 6 modifications it undergoes. Birth, existence, growth, maturity, decay, and death. The body goes through all that. So today, polish it up, shine it up on thing. And when you see it in the casket, they say, oh God, look at how we get, Look at how we get. We see that regularly, nearly every day. But when you live in, that is your focus. That's what Brahmananda is saying. Nobody's saying don't take care of yourself, but not at the expense of spirituality, which is what we keep pounding in your head every day. Because one day to come, this body will wither and die. Everybody. What it becomes. This is why sages like Tulsidas, right, when he turned away, he had so much love for his wife, right, that he couldn't do without her. But all is part of the Maya. And when she told him, this body is a bag of flesh and bones, blood, all impurities. If you turn to Sri Ram with the same kind of love, you'll find God. She actually helped him put on a switch inside him. Turn away from the bag of bones and flesh and blood and whatever else, which is what everybody gravitate towards. Shankaracharya said the same thing. Brahmananda said the same thing. Surdas, all the sages have gone this path. Tulsidas went into the forest and he never came back. Not to go back to that again anymore. That is a distraction. What you're gravitating towards. If you really want to see that pure love, go beyond the body. The body is destructive. Atma, it doesn't need any kind of material food but bhajan. You see, these sacrifices, that is, bhojan is for the body, bhajan is for the soul, as we say. Nourish that, the inner part of you. And when that is nourished, you're truly nourished. But devotees, this is where the sages want us to go. This is where they guide us. You can go through life normal with all, your duties and so on. But if you have this higher agenda, you must develop in life. And in this world today where there's so many problems on all sides, disappointment, distractions, etc., etc., we need this. We need this. And at the end of it all, I will say, I could do it for me, but I can't do it for you. You have to make your choice. And if you like to go through all the pain and so on, well, go ahead. Brahmananda is saying, man, be wise. This whole thing for us, we are the sadhus. Understand what scriptures say and try to live the life. And devotees, again I'm emphasizing, all these practices that are given to us. It's not just to have this socializing, that's one aspect of it. But the key, the essence of it, is to help us to find ourselves. And we can only do that by bringing that level of self-discipline, self-control. And let me just tell you something. It's very easy to see who is developing, who is not, by your normal attitude, your normal behavioral patterns that you display. I can tell you. You could also know. You better believe that we always have those critical eyes upon us. You always have these critical eyes upon you. And I can pick up. This is why sometimes I express some disappointment. That we could be better, but we are not. We are not. We become lax. We fall back. Because you know why? We are caught up with the body, not with the soul. We are caught up with the physical sides, not with the divine sides. We are caught up with the material world. Now we're free to give it up. You will hold on to it and sink like in quicksand, but you will never give it up until it's too late. So devotees, try to. You are doing an injustice to yourselves, by behaving in that kind of manner. That's more I can say. And you know, if you don't care about you, then who will care about you, man? Who will care about you? And I keep saying over and over, again I'm saying it, don't forget you're on your own. You're on your own. So you have to do it for yourself. Okay? So these bhajans, devotees, there's more to it. I don't want to take it anymore. They're very deep, very, very meaningful. And I'm looking in the perspective of Gyan, wisdom of these ages. You know, this is what we do. So where Shiva is, where Shakti is, Ganesh is there. So that's why we worship Gajanan. Shivaji, Shakti Ma, Gajanan is there. And if you have this, in due course, Swami Kartikai is born. Who is Swami Kartikai? Shat Sampat. You know, Pandit, the 6 coins we offered up. Yeah? 6 coins, 6 forms of wealth. Shat Sampat, tranquility of mind, serenity, control of senses, endurance, faith, and renunciation of selfish actions and desires. These are the 6 forms of wealth. Now, wherever you go, you carry with you the Mercedes, the hand, the house, the land, the money, everything you leave right here. Can't go with you. Even the body cannot go with you. This is why we say we use all these practices to develop these 6 powers. Lakshmi, spiritual wealth, 6 wonderful conditions. Anybody could say here that you always have tranquility of mind? That you always serene? Tranquility of mind, serenity. We can be controlling senses or just over controlling the senses. Mind strain, senses strain. Endurance. Well, right now, all are enjoying plenty. Taking me on. That's endurance. I appreciate that. So at least you have one of the qualities. Endurance. Faith. And I believe that if only have some faith, all won't strong and tolerate all this. But it's good. Believe me. And devotees, renunciation of selfish actions and desires. Absence of ego. Remember, ego is an evolute of agyan, ignorance. Everything ties in, devotees. Everything ties in. There's no mystery about it. So we have to get on the journey and go forward. So devotees, as we continue to worship and so on, I would like to advise you, keep the journey going, but let there be an objective to the journey, not just a celebration. Personal objective I want to achieve. Right? And that objective should always be of a higher nitya. Higher nitya. And success will come to us. Okay? So devotees, let me end right here with that. And I would like to just do 2 kirtan. Right? I want to glorify Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Sri Ram. And we'll close it up here. So make preparations for the final Havan and so on in the meantime. And devotees, anybody want to suggest what Krishna Kirtanam to do? An easy one. No suggestion, right? Very good. Want to say anything? Okay. So devotees, we'll glorify Bhagwan Sri Krishna in a simple way, and then we'll glorify Bhagwan Sri Ram, and we'll conclude here. हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल, हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल। मेरा प्रभु घनश्याम गोपाल, मेरा प्रभु घनश्याम गोपाल। हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल, हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल। वेद सार जीवन का धार, हे वेद सार जीवन का धार। गोपी मनोहर हृदय विहार, हे गोपी मनोहर हृदय विहार। हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल, हे मेरा प्रभु घनश्याम गोपाल। नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल, हे नटवरलाल गिरिधर गोपाल। बोले वृंदावन श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। Devotees, it's quite some time now. There is this a very meaningful little song, you know. I told myself that I would maybe sing it today. So let me squeeze in this song in between. It has a deep meaning. I'm not going to translate it. So devotees, let's go with it. I didn't sing this song in years. Yeah? Let me go for it. चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। यही चाल है जगत सेवा का, यही जीवन सुख पर। जग में चले पवन की चाल, चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। यही चलन है जग सेवा का, यही जीवन सुख पर। जग में चले पवन की चाल, चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। इस नगरी की डगर डगर में लाखों है जमजाल। इस नगरी की डगर डगर में लाखों है जमजाल। सकती नरमी सर्दी गर्मी एक साँचे में ढाल। जग में चले पवन की चाल, चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। दुख का नाश हो सुख का पालन, दोनों बोझ संभाल। चुभ से काते पिस पिस जाए, भूल न हो पमा, भूल न हो पमा। दुख से काते पिस पिस जाए फूल न हो पम, फूल न हो पम। कति न सके ये लंबा रस्ता, कति न सके ये लंबा रस्ता, कते हजारों साल। जहाँ पहुँचे पर दम पर तूते, जहाँ पहुँचने पर दम पूते, है वही काल का जग में चले पवन की चाल, चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की यही चलन है जग सेवा का, यही जीवन सुख पर। जग में चले पवन की चाल, चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल, जग में चले पवन की चाल। Devotees, this song has very, very good meaning. Chale pavan ki chal, about the nature of the wind and how man behaves and so on. One of these years we'll translate it. All right, but finally, let's glorify Sri Ram, Maryada Purushottam. So we'll do a simple kirtanam. Everybody should be able to join it. Right, devotees? राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, 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 राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे। दीन बंधु कृपा सिंधु, अंतर्यामी त्रिभुवन स्वामी, अंतर्यामी त्रिभुवन स्वामी, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे। रघुकुल भूषण जानकी जीवन, हे रघुनाथ हे परमनाथ, हे रघुनाथ हे मम नाथ, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, हे राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे। पूरन काम जय श्री राम, हे रघुराम हे परम धाम, हे रघुराम हे सुख धाम, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, हे राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे। दशरथ नंदन भाव भय भंजन, कहतो महापति सुनु जग प्राणी, कहतो महापति जुगु स प्राणी, राम राम भजु मन हरे हरे, ओ राम राम भज मन हरे हरे, राम राम भज मन हरे हरे, राम राम भज मन हरे हरे, हे राम राम भज मन हरे हरे, राम राम भज मन। बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय। We join in final Havan devotees. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha, Shri Gauri Mata Swaha, Shri Prithvi Mata Swaha, Panchlok Pali Vaya Swaha, Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Suryari Navgrha Devaya Swaha, Brahm Agin Devaya Namah Swaha, Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha, Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha, Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha, Om Shri Ishwari Devi Swaha, Om Shri Parameshwari Devi Swaha, Om Shri Shitala Devi Swaha, Om Shri Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha, Om Shri Mangala Devi Swaha, Om Shri Chandi Devi Swaha, Om Shri Mansa Devi Swaha, Om Hrim Shashti Devi Swaha, Om Shri Tara Devi Swaha, Shri Shodasi Devi Swaha, Bhuvaneshwari Devi Swaha, Chinnamasta Devi Swaha, Bhairavi Devi Swaha, Dhumavati Devi Swaha, Bagalamukhi Devi Swaha, Shri Matangi Devi Swaha, Om Shri Kamla Devi Swaha, Hemavati Devi Swaha, Shri Siddheshwari Devi Swaha, Kalyani Devi Swaha, Katyayani Devi Swaha, Kaumari Devi Swaha, Vaishnavi Devi Swaha, Gayatri Devi Swaha, Shri Savitri Devi Swaha, Shri Swaha Mata Swaha, Tulsi Mata Swaha, Ganga Mata Swaha, Swadha Mata Swaha, Maheshwari Devi Swaha, Om Shri Brahmi Devi Swaha, Om Shri Aindri Devi Swaha, Om Shri Agni Rupa Devi Swaha, Om Shri Varahi Devi Swaha, Om Shri Khargadharani Devi Swaha, Om Shri Varuni Devi Swaha, Om Shri Mrgavahini Devi Swaha, Om Shri Kaumari Devi Swaha, Om Shri Shurdharani Swaha, Om Shri Brahmani Devi Swaha, Om Shri Vaishnavi Devi Swaha, Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Om Shri Hanumate Namah Swaha, Sita Ramachandrai Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Radha Krishnai Namah Swaha, Ishtadevaya Swaha, Kuldevaya Swaha, Asthan Devaya Swaha, Gram Devaya Swaha, Itar Karam Pradhan Devaya Swaha. 5 times again. Shri Vastu Devaya Swaha, 33 Karo Devta Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Om Shri Anand Swarupai Brahmane Namah Swaha, Om Shri Guruve Namah Swaha. All right, so we'll hold Purnahuti until we finish the. So devotees, we will at this point in time we're not going to arti yet. We're going to Sahoravali Murti first, right? So Pandit Adesh, we'll get the Murti from there. But of course, he will do whatever is necessary. But while this being done, I want everybody, let's glorify Gajanan. Simple, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Right? While he's performing this ritual, he will put the Murti into the water, he will offer milk upon it, and then it will immerse it. All right? Simple Visarjan, immersion. But what we do, visualize. Now the whole idea, Ganesh Baba is like the ocean, and each one of us is like the microcosm. We want to become one. Immersion means absorption into. All right? So try to understand what it is, and if you can do it on your own, imagine it, mansik, yeah, while it's being done in a physical way. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. माता जाकी पार्वती, पिता महादेव, लदवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा. So devotees, please all stand at this point. Keep on singing. We offer respects to Gajanan Swami. एकदंत दयावंत चारि भुजाधारी, माथे सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव. अंधन को आँख देता, कोढ़ीन को काया, बाझन को पुत्र देता, निर्धन को माया. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव. माता जाकी पार्वती, पिता महादेव. हार चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा, सूरदास शरण आयो सुफल करो सेवा. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव. माता जाकी पार्वती, पिता महादेव. माता जाकी पार्वती, पिता महादेव. हे माता जाकी पार्वती, पिता महा. Devotees, so as we dissolve the murti, I want you to, in your own way, quiet moment, pray. You ask that Lord to assimilate, dissolve all negativities that confront us in life, all dukh, sankat, whatever negativities, devotees, we all know what we are faced with, kind of problems that man experiences in life. So simply, for a moment, we pray, we surrender to Sankarshnashan Ganesh Baba. Om Pranam Shirsa Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam Bhakta Vasam Smare Nityam Ayuh Kamartha Siddhaye Prathamam Vakratundam Cha Ekadantam Dvitiyakam Tritiyam Krishna Pingaksham Gajavaktam Chaturthakam Lambodharam Panchamam Cha Shashtam Vikatam Eva Cha Saptamam Vignarajam Cha Dhumna Varnam Tathashtamam Navamam Bhalachandram Cha Dashamam Tu Vinayakam Ekadasham Ganapating Dvadasham Tu Gajananam Dvadashaitani Namani Tisandamya Pathe Naraha Nacha Vigna Bhayang Tasya Sarva Siddhi Karam Param Om Shivatanai Varishtam Sarva Kalyana Murting Parashu Dashana Kandhe Shobhitang Murakena Aruna Kusamamala Byal Mambuja Netra Mama Hriday Nivasam Sri Ganesham Namami. Om Namo Vratpataye, Om Namo Ganapataye, Om Namah Pramatapataye, Namastestu Lambodara Ekadantaya Vignanashine, Shiva Varada Murtaye Namaha, Om Ganganapataye Namaha, Om Ganganapataye Namaha, Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Boliye Shri Gajanan Swami ki. We perform Purnahuti. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayobhavaya Cha Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Achman. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Gahetam Purushotamaha ब्रह्मग्नये नमः आचमनम समर्पयामि. बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की. Devotees, we prepare ourselves for our final prarthana bandhana. So Panaji, you'll do Aarti, and you'll come back and then we'll do Mangalashtak. Aarti. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahinyojitam Maya Deepam Vihandi Vese Tailukiti Mirapam Deepam Samarpayami. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. भक्त जनों के संकट जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिनशे मन का. सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का. मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहूँ किसकी. प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आश करूँ जिसकी. तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतरयामी. पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी. तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतरयामी. पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी. तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता. दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता. तुम हो एक दूत सबके प्राणपति. किस विधि मिलू दया में तुमको मैं कुमति. दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे. अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे. विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा. श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ devotees, we will proceed with our Mangalashtak. You are accustomed singing one verse of the Mangalashtak. We have done six sessions of devotions. I want to do the complete Mangalashtak. So that last line that you've been accustomed to, Shiva Hare, Vijayam Kurume Varam, you can join me in that. But I want everybody to surrender, and many of you have made plenty sacrifices for this week. And we pray the Gajanan, we invoke the blessings of all aspects of divinity upon all of us, so we can continue life's wonderful journey. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhi Prabhu Trividha Panivarana He Vibhu Ajajaneshwar Yadav Pahimam Shiva Hare कमललोचन राम दयानिधे हर गुरु गजरक्षक गोपते शिवतनो भव शंकर पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे सुजनरञ्जन मङ्गलमन्दिरं भजति ते पुरुषः परमं पदं भवति तस्य सुखं परमद्भुतं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे जय युधिष्ठिर वल्लभ भूपते जय जयार्जित पुण्यपयोनिधे जय कृपामय कृष्ण नमोस्तुते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे भवविमोचन माधव मापते सुकविमानस हंस शिवरते जनक जारत राघव रक्ष मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे अवनिमण्डल मङ्गलमापते जलद सुन्दर राम रमापते निगम कीर्ति गुणार्णव गोपते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे पतित पावन नाम मयीलता तब यशो विमलं परिगीयते तदपि माधव मां किमुपेक्षसे शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे अमरता परदेव रमापते विजयतस्तव नाम धनुपमा मयि कथं करुणार्णव जायते शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे हनुमतः प्रिय चापकरः प्रभु सुरसरित् धृतशेखर हे गुरो मम विभो किम विस्मरणं कृतं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे अहरर्जन रञ्जन सुन्दरं पठति यः शिव रामकृतस्तवं विशति राम रमाचरणम्बुजे विशति राम रमाचरणम्बुजे शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu Mangalam Gadadhvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatanu Harihi Om Avahanam Na Janami Visarjanam Pujang Chaiva Na Janami Chamyatang Garganeshwara Chamyatang Parmeshwara Parameshwari Om Gacha Gasur Seshta Swasthanik Parameshwara Yata Brahmadayo Devas Chatta Gachutasana Om Labhasteshang Jayasteshang Kutasteshang Parajaya Yesham Indi Varsham Hridayastu Janardana Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyamtu Ma Kascha Dukbhag Bhavet Om Mantrihinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Ganeshwara He Parameshwari He Sadashiv He Janardan He Kapishwara He Agnishwara Yat Pujitam Maya Deva He Devi Ma Paripurnam Tadastume Om Asatuma Sadgamaya Tamasuma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Gachatvam Bhagwan Agni Swasthani Kunda Madhyataha Hutam Adaya Devebhya Shigra Dehi Prasidame Om Tatsat Agnishwaraye Namah Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pitaha Tvameva Om Dhyav Shantir Antarikshagvam Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apoh Shanti Aushadhya Shanti Vanaspatiya Shanti Vishwe Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagvam Shanti Shanti Hireva Shanti Sama Shanti Hiredhi Om Shubha Shanti बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय आज शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र की जय वृंदावन श्री कृष्णचंद्र की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु blessings to all kindly be seated devotees.
Sitaram, it is said that it takes many lifetimes and many good deeds to be in a position to acquire true wisdom. We are indeed privileged to have been exposed to the depth of knowledge that was imparted unto us during the past 6 nights of Sri Ganesh worship. May we forever perform great deeds so that we can have innumerable such opportunities. A yagya of this caliber would not have been possible without the contributions and help of many persons. Firstly, to my Guruji, the Paramacharya of SWAHA, Pandit Hardev Prasad, thank you. Thank you for loving what you do. It shows. We can think of no one more capable of guiding us through life than you. You effortlessly and successfully performed Bedi Puja along with satsang for each of our 6 nights of devotions. Each time, you appeared more enthusiastic and revitalized than the day before. You have shown us by example the correct attitude that we should possess for prayer. You have led us into a fascinating journey of discovering ourselves. Trust me when I say that Guruji is like no other. His intentions are pure and his advice genuine. He exhibits liberal compassion to his devotees and seeks nothing but the welfare of everyone. Blessed are those who were able to be in your company, Guruji. Even more blessed are the ones who are able to stay permanently in your company. Jai Gurudev. Our thoughts, gratitude, and well wishes go out to our spiritual leader, Pandit Dr. Umesh Prasad and his family, who were unfortunately unable to join with us during our celebrations. They were a bit under the weather, but were always available for guidance during this time. We are grateful for your continuous blessings from inception until end. Your presence was sincerely missed, and it is our hope and wish that you have a full and speedy recovery. Thank you to Pandit Adesh, who saw fit to celebrate his birthday together with us. Gyan Deepak is indeed very fortunate to have you as a Shrota this evening. We wish you a very happy birthday with many more to come. To our previous Shrotas, we recognize and applaud your choice to sit for puja during this auspicious gathering. It is a step closer to pleasing divinity. For some, the challenges were many, but you were not deterred. You are destined to be there, and your sacrifices will surely be rewarded. It is indeed a blessing to become involved in a yagya at Gyan Deepak. Occasions like this bring forth the expertise of so many of our devotees. The decorative talent of Mr. Dinesh Lokai Singh is one to mention. He is, not just on this occasion, but on numerous occasions before, responsible for the transformation of our humble temple into the splendor we see before us. Your continued support means the world to us. To our audiovisual team, Mr. Dinesh Arjun and Pandit Adesh, we salute your consistent efforts to provide top-of-the-line quality live broadcasting to our online devotees. It is because of you that the glories of Bhagwan can be transmitted to especially our foreign devotees who have been known on occasion to make a visit to our temple, a priority when they visit our shores. Credit must be given to our hard-working committee members who worked tirelessly to ensure everything was in place for a smooth flow of events. Extensive gratitude goes out to those persons who voluntarily stayed back to aid in the cleanup and reorganization of the temple. The unity, kindness, and zeal of these persons are very much noted. Recognition is most deserving to those persons who have given contributions, financial or otherwise, to ensure the success of this yagya. These donations go a long way, and we are very thankful for your generosity. Furthermore, we appreciate those who gave sponsorship in the form of refreshments. You ensured that our bodies were well maintained after each session of soul nourishment. Thank you to our caterers who ensured timely supply of our meals with the necessary professional etiquette. And thank you to those who facilitated the well-organized distribution of these refreshments. Appreciation must be given to Uncle Jai, who played a great role in the overseeing of security and general activities. And thank you, of course, to our security personnel who provided us with that peace of mind needed to fully engage in our worship. If I have unknowingly omitted anyone, please forgive me, for the list is a long one. But know that your efforts are very well received and appreciated. Lastly, to be in the company of holy men is a blessing. Thank you to our devotees for being part of this, our Sri Ganesh Yagya 2022. I am sure you all will agree that it was a fantastic and enlightening one. Perhaps for the next Yagya, we can petition to not have an endpoint. That way, we allow for greater dissection of the secrets that are contained within our scriptures. You can call it greediness or curiosity, but I will call it today love and yearning to be in that state with divinity. As we bring our evening and yug to a closure, I would like again to invite you all to partake of refreshments, arti and prasad, as is customary, and we wish you a safe journey back home. Sunday morning service is scheduled to continue next week. We do look forward to seeing you then. Sitaram.
Thank you, Savika. And devotees, let me personally express gratitude and blessings, commendations upon Panadadesh. How old is Panadadesh? Now, you know, the ladies do like to call age. So I don't know if Adesh mommy call his age. He's not a lady. So he's celebrating his 31st birthday today. A young man with a very bright future ahead of him. So commendations, Panadadesh. And as Savika said, you couldn't be in a better place. Gyandipak won and the company of your guru. Many crave for this opportunity, but it doesn't come. Samay nawar barambar. So you are blessed. And to your mother, Indra, blessings to you. You know, it's also a struggle over the years since his father died, brought up your children on your own. This is why mothers, we can't really fully, explain the greatness of mothers. Mother is God. Matri Deva Bhava. And I'm sure that, you have some great pride in your mind to see your son, evolving, developing in this kind of way. And of course, your other children too. So this is wonderful. And Adesh, always remember this, whatever you're doing, bring fulfillment to your mother's heart. And believe me, mother's blessings come even before God's blessings. If you have mother's blessing, nothing can stop you. Nothing. Mother's blessings, key. Okay? So this is wonderful, keep it going. All right? And, well, we are here. You lost your father many years ago. I was old man go guide you as a guru. All right? And you're doing a wonderful job so far. Actually, Adesh has been responsible to Pandit Dr. Umesh. They are experts in these things with respect to the, what do you call it? The Shivin and so on, camera and so on. I don't know all these kind of things, old head now. I can't even use calculator, I check my finger. All right? But they are the ones who are actually taking us to a different level technologically. And we appreciate it very, very much. Blessings to you. And I have to say blessings to Dinesh also for having, Dinesh is teaching at SWAHA Hindu College. Great responsibility there. And, Sunday morning service, others. He's always here to help, both of them between them. And the devotees online, they really have every reason to be thankful to them for being part of whatever is taking place. So, blessings. Keep it going. I have blessed other people in the past for them to go far. Some gone Canada, some gone New York. I want to bless you to wish far, but not far. You stay close, okay? Blessings. And devotees, today is the birthday of another person who many of you may not know. She sang a few, once or twice she came. Long time, they never miss a session, but now, she getting older, they miss a session in between and so on. They come once or twice to show the face something. Sita's birthday is today also. So, give a round of applause to Sita. And they say you don't call the lady age, so I am calling the lady age, but Sita is about 17, going to 18. Right? Grandmother from a tree. Blessings, Sita, enjoy the rest of your birthday. And devotees, Tuesday coming is the birthday of a very special person. And many may not be able to guess who that special person is. And let me tell you who the special person is. This man sitting right in front of me here. Dharam. If you can't see him because you're kind of dark. Tuesday is Dharam's birthday. We have quite a few Virgo people with us, And Virgo people, they are good people. Good people. But very bossy. Very bossy. Self-willed. Everybody so. Dharam, if it wasn't for the beard, I would say you're about 25. I want to wish you all the best for your birthday. You also have undergone many challenges. His grandmother died recently. But he is here punctually, most times, to set up everything for us, and you're playing tabla, accompanying us. I really appreciate it, Dharam. Well, I mean, sometimes I have asked you know that. But that might be, no. And I have asked who I feel close to. You see, if I don't know you, I'll say in far before you shoot me. So I can take my chance with you. Okay? Happy birthday. And many more happy birthdays. And I want a daughter-in-law, eh? But I want a good one. Okay? You hear, boy? We're looking forward to good daughters-in-law. Okay? So, all should realize what I'm saying. They are eligible bachelors. So, all you can decide now, right? So, happy birthday. And if anybody else's birthday is around, who we don't know, we say happy birthday to you also. Blessings. May the blessing of Gajanan Swami take you going forward. Okay? And devotees to let you know that Saturday coming, the Pitru Paksh is going to begin. Right? So in Pitru Paksh, we normally pay homage, respects to the ancestors. So maybe next week Sunday morning service will be talking a little bit about that. And if people have any doubts, people call it dead people time. That is not dead people time. Those are the ancestors. They are eternal. It's a very auspicious period of time. And we'll discuss more about it Sunday coming. But I just thought I'll mention to you, because like normal Havan and so on, we do not do in this period of time. So from Saturday until the 25th of this month will be Pitru Paksh. On the 26th, Navratam starts. And if the good Lord allows it, if Mata allows it, we are looking at another few nights of devotions in the Navratam. But we'll confirm it and we'll let you know. But so far it is more yes than no. Right? If I say so, is so. Okay? So devotees, we hope to see you then joining together with us. It has been a beautiful 6 days, and I want to wish you all the best also. Keep on the devotions. One last thing, Pantumarat has asked me to invite you. Right now I think there's a yag going on at his home. Bhakti Jyot. Bhakti Jyot. Right? So that yag is going on, and I will be there. He asked me to come tomorrow and Tuesday. So tomorrow and Tuesday I'll be there. He asked me to invite everybody to come and join them as the devotions here continue. You want to say something, Raj? All right. What is the address here? Rambhaju Street East. Rambhaju Street East. So you can join us as devotions continue tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll be there. And you can join in for the rest of the week. It's up to you. So devotees, it has been beautiful seeing all of you. Yes, Dharam? Yeah. Yeah, well, Dharam just asked me to mention about personal notice. You got to have personal assistant. Yeah, your personal murtis, as I say, if you want to do it this evening, is up to you, or Friday, whenever you choose. But I want to suggest that day that you're going to do it, you cannot fast because you're going to do the puja again. Right, so you fast. If you can't fast, do it in the morning time. So you get your murti, you do final puja on it, and then you put it into the water. And if you put it in the water home, try to get some Ganga Jal and put it into the container also now. Offer a lota of milk, as final offerings, and put it to Gajanan. If you have a coconut, you can burst the coconut, allow the water to run out as an offering to Gajanan. And then you dissolve the murti. All right? Dissolve it. Make sure you dissolve it. All these murtis are supposed to be biodegradable. Now, what do you do with the water? If you can take it to the ocean, you can go ahead and do that. Right? Now, I have a problem in throwing this thing in the river. I want Gandhipak to know that. The river, the kind of river we have here. Right? So, like in Gandhipak, what I want to suggest, that what we do, the water, we offer it by the Jhandi across in the car park. Offer it in that area. Nobody walking there. Offer it right there and leave it there. It will settle into the soil. Those of you who are home, you buy a Jhandi, clean place, nobody desecrating it, you can offer it there. The choice is yours. But do not disregard that water where you dissolve Ganesh Baba in. Treat it with respect. Otherwise, you could have backlash. Remember, you worship your murti. So if you can offer it into the ocean, you find a day, you go to the ocean, and you carry the water and offer it. And you carry a lota of milk, offer it, some fruits, you offer it for Ganga Ma. And you can light a camphor or something in the water, let it float away to complete your sacrifice. Okay? So you have various options, but all have the same significance. So you choose. If there are any doubts, you can feel free to ask me afterwards. Okay? So those of you who are still continuing, you know what you have to do. Devotees, blessings to all. And we conclude. Remember, prasadam, bhojanam. Have a safe journey back home, everybody. And to all the students going back out to school tomorrow, good luck. Good luck. And even though there is not a mask mandate, from what I understand, parents could kind of insist, to be safe, that your children wear their masks. I'm just suggesting. Okay? And the children themselves don't want to wear masks, I know that. Yeah. But all looking nice in the mask. Right? Yeah, so just be very, very careful, because remember, COVID is still here. Wherever you go in congregations, COVID is still here. So be careful, everybody. Okay? Blessings. Adish, Pandit, stand up. Jai Sitaram. All right, devotees, blessings.